Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. God bless everyone. I pray that everyone is doing good, is doing well, and still hanging in there, still walking with Jesus. And I haven't been doing any videos because I've really been going through so much. Attacks, witchcraft, so much been going on with me, and it just doesn't stop. It don't even stop. I'm so tired, but I'm not gonna give up, and I'm not gonna quit for nobody. I made a promise to God, and I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on moving. And it haven't been great. This walk is not easy at all, and I'm really exhausted and tired, but I'm going to keep on because, it's for my life, my soul. I want to live, even after I'm dead and gone. And I know that I have changed a lot. A lot of things have changed in me because of God. I don't take no credit because there's no way I could take any credit at all. And even if nobody tells me I have changed or I'm doing so much better, I know and God knows that I definitely ain't how I used to be. And He's always working on me every day, all the time. And He's working hard with me, because I've been through a lot. And the way I was, I know I changed, and it's not easy, man. This walk is not easy. And you know what, it's definitely not easy at all. It's a lot of struggle, it's a lot of pain, chaos, but it's so much worth it than what I used to be back in the days, or even 2024, but God, he really done a lot in me, and I'm so grateful. I really am. And I'm only posting these videos because it might help somebody. If you're going through anything or going through attacks, witchcraft, pain, the struggles, the chaos, you know what I'm saying? And you're not the only one. You're not, because I'm going through it too. You ain't crazy. The things you're seeing and feeling and been through, you're not crazy. I ain't crazy. God knows I ain't crazy, even if everybody else think I'm crazy, And this walk haven't been easy at all. Walking with Jesus is not easy at all. And it's 7:28 right now in the morning. I'm already cooking dinner like I like to do early in the morning. I got some chicken in the oven. I put some oil. Rice and beans already done, and I've been through a lot, man, and it's just, this walk is not easy, and it's not a joke, and it's been crazy, It hasn't been easy. This walk really hasn't been easy at all, and it's all right, It's all right, especially when you actually walking with Jesus Christ, Yeshua. When you actually really doing it, the attacks and everything comes through, and then all of a sudden everybody want to hate you, everybody want to lie on you, everybody want to mock you, laugh at you, say all kinds of crazy things about you, even tell you go to a mental hospital like it happened to me. And it's not a joke, but I'm glad anyway that I'm with Jesus, because I know that everything I've been going through, God got my back, and you ain't the only one. You're not the only one, especially when you really following Jesus, when you really working on that relationship with God, and not just for show or, portraying to be with God, but you really ain't behind closed door. God knows what you do behind closed doors. God knows what I do behind closed doors. I've been getting attacked like crazy. I had somebody tell my husband, she faking it. She ain't really with Jesus. She's a devil. And that was just last week. She's a devil and she do voodoo, witchcraft. She's a Puerto Rican witch. But I'm not just only Puerto Rican. I'm Africana. Miss with Puerto Rico. Puerto Rican, is like the lies, But that's what happened once you decide to walk with Jesus Christ for real. Or when Jesus Christ actually decide to choose you, And I got to understand that. I remember that. Because I was going through it. I was like, oh my God, what the heck? How can I be faking it? You see my changes, and I'm not even, and half the things I don't even show you. When he ain't around, he don't know what I do behind closed doors. My own husband, But I was heated at the moment, for a few moments, and it got me upset because it's like, how am I lying about anything? You don't see no changes? You don't see the changes? You think I'm faking it? Because I used to wild the hell out. I used to wild the hell out. I used to be on live Facebook, singing, dancing, cursing everybody out, and talking about me being depressed at the time, saying I didn't want to live, I wanted to die, I hate this, I hate that, hate living, and all this crazy stuff. Like, I haven't done that ever since God gave me a choice. And that choice was to choose him or die. Choose him because this is your last chance, or keep doing what you're doing and you're going to go. You're either going to be locked up, lose your freedom, or death, And God gave me a choice, and I was like, nah, I'm choosing you, God. I'm choosing you. And I just got these videos up because, I know there gotta be somebody out there too that's going through it and might feel like they're alone, but you're not alone. There's a lot of people out there on YouTube saying the same thing, and we are all really going through it. Like the attacks, the witchcraft, the spells, a lot of things. And only just because we decided to walk with Jesus, or only because Jesus Christ, Yeshua, decided to choose us, and thank God he chose me, man, because this was my last chance. And I made a promise to God that no matter what I go through, I'm not gonna quit. I might have fell a couple of times, I ain't gonna lie. Let me drink this coffee. It's early in the morning, it's only 7:33. I ain't gonna lie, I fell so many times and I was so confused. I really thought I was crazy. I thought I was like, something ain't right with me. I even called the 988 number. I was thinking about committing myself to a mental hospital because I really was thinking at the time, something ain't right with me. How am I seeing these things? How am I hearing these things? What is going on? Like, I remember that was in 2024, and even now my husband is good. Like he knows this is real, even though he doesn't follow Jesus. But it's all good. God's working on him in His time. I gotta be patient, and humble. But it took me a while because I used to wild out like because he would wake me up in my sleep because I had nightmares, screaming, and he would wake me up. So he at the time, he thought I was a demon. He even called me a demon. He thought something wasn't right with me at the time, and he had opened the door a couple of times with the devil. That how it says in Psalms when David said that these people act like animals. That ain't no lie. My husband actually he don't speak Spanish, right? Only little simple words. But he was speaking Spanish that day when I was getting attacked by devils, demons, and all that, and the nightmares, and I was seeing things. He would attack me, and that time he would say, he would conversation in Spanish. Words that he never used, that I didn't even use. you know, and then he started sounding like an animal, like, and all this crazy stuff. And I was like, oh, at that time, that's when I was reading Psalms, because I was reading Psalms deep when I started going through this. And I found one of the scriptures when David said, they act like animals, and he did exactly that. And I was like, oh, I had to rebuke him. I didn't know how to, but you know, I was learning. And it's crazy because like God knew that I didn't know too much. Even though I was reading the Bible, I couldn't understand some of it, and he would teach me, and then he also like helped me a lot. God is so good that he would make sure you learn. He would make sure you understand, even if from whatever. It could be anything. It could be anything, music, TV, people, the foolish, whatever, chosens, people. Either way, it's like God will make sure you will understand, you know. And he helped me a lot. So like for everything I've been through, like, it's worth it, because I had learned so much. He had opened my eyes so much, man, so much, with family members, with friends, with co-workers at the time, my own husband, just everything. Yo, he opened my eyes to the truth, you know. He taught me, he taught me how to use my discernment. He taught me so much, God, and it's only God, because it's not me. I'm telling you, it's not me. If people that know me, and anyone's watching me that know me, they know I was never like this. I'm telling you, I used to be wilding out, the hell out, real bad. And I'm telling you, like, God is so good, man. God is so good. I fell down a couple of times. I got distracted a couple of times. But I got back up. God pulled me back up. I mean, he pulled me back up with his own hands. And he showed me things that I know it was God. Everything, you know. And it was real. I mean, this walk is real. It's not a joke. I don't know how could people even play around with it and pretend in front of people to act like they were God, but really behind closed doors they ain't. That's scary to me. Even back in the days, I couldn't even fake it. If I knew that, I would try God, but if I knew that I wasn't doing anything about it or changing my life or working on anything, I left it, because I didn't want to be a hypocrite. I couldn't fake it. And that's just not me. I can't. So when I really finally actually doing this for real, it got deep. It got deep, man. You know, I've been going through so much. I've been through so much. You can't fake it. There's no way of faking it, you know. And I don't know how can anybody even fake it or show off. And, you know, and it's real, man. And it's crazy, you know, because I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. You're not crazy. You're not the only one. I'm telling you, the things that you're seeing and feeling and going through is not a joke. And you ain't crazy. You ain't mentally ill. It's real, you know. It's really real, man, you know. And God don't play. God don't play. And the devil don't play either. And, you know, God saved my life, man. God really saved my life from the devil. And I can't deny it. I can't deny it, man. God really saved my life, and he gave me a second chance. You know what I'm saying? He gave me my last chance, and that's a fact. I can't, there's no way of faking that, man. He gave me my last chance. He gave it to me, and he was like, take it or die. And I took it. And God grabbed my hand, man. God grabbed my hand. He grabbed my hand, man. And it ain't no joke. And you know what? Once he grabbed my hand, it was like, bam. It was a battle. It was a battle. It was a real spiritual warfare. A real spiritual battle, yo. That's when I realized, yo, this is really a real spiritual battle for your soul, for my soul, and God's after your soul to save you, to live, and the devil's after your soul to kill you so you can die, go down with him, man. And I've been through hell and back. Drink this coffee because this is the last coffee. I'm about to just make tea now. And I've been through hell, man, hell and back. So that's why I post videos for people who've been through what I've been through or is going through what I'm going through, and to understand it's not easy and it's not a joke. Like some people say, oh, it's easy, get with God, everything's gonna be dandy, all this. No, especially you live that life, you're gonna go through a lot. Let me drink this. You're gonna go through hell. You're gonna go through a lot because God gotta make you. He gotta mold you. He gotta help you learn new ways, the truth, and he gives you lessons and he teaches you, and he taught me a lot. I'm gonna keep it real. He taught me a lot, man. And you're not alone. You're not alone at all. And I thought I was alone until I started seeing some people too that been going through it. Some people that wasn't sure what's going on. Then I seen some chosen anointed ones. I seen prophets, and you gotta be careful because not all of them are real, and some of them is not all for you. Not everybody's for you, and you ain't for everybody. So some of them are real, but it's just they not for you. So I learned a lot, man. I seen a lot. You're not crazy, and you're not mentally ill. I wasn't. At the time, I thought I was crazy. And I thought I was mentally ill, but I learned that I wasn't, and God, that's my stomach, if you heard that. And we got to understand that. We got to really understand that you're not the only one, and you're going to be all right, I'm going to be all right because I didn't know. It was bad, and I had to understand that, and learn that, and when you searching for help to understand things, you got to really pay attention. You really got to understand that not everyone that you ask for help or look for help is for you. Some is against you, and some of them is just not for you. You know what I'm saying? Because God will give you certain people to help you, even to understand, even if you don't even speak to them face to face, even in YouTube, and I know that not everybody's going to be for me, and I ain't going to be for everybody, but it's always it's going to be that one person that's going to hear this, and it's going to touch them, and it's going to make them understand, and I got to remember, I'm not for everybody, and everybody ain't for me. You're not for everybody, and everybody ain't for you, and I had to learn a lot. I'm telling you, I had to learn a lot, and that's okay. That's okay, because the right one is going to find you, and you're going to find the right one, and it's real. That's why you got to use wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and your discernment to discern from right and wrong, good and evil, and what's for you and what's not for you. And it took me a while, and I'm still learning. Of course, and this is real to me, man, and that's okay. But there will be that one person. There will be that one person that really will connect what I'm saying. Will really feel what I'm saying. It would be that one person. That's right. That one person is enough for me. It's enough because at least I help somebody, I wish I could help everybody, even though I'm still learning. But it's all good because I learned too that you could be a teacher and you could be a student at the same time. Well, me, I'm a student, and I could help somebody teach sometimes too, because I'm still learning, you know. And it's all good, man. God is good, you know. But I'm here for you, you know. And I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not, no, because I've been through hell and back. There's no way, you know. And it's okay, you know, to not feel okay too. It's okay to not feel okay. You gonna be all right. It's okay if you don't feel okay, you know. And I have to understand that. That's why sometimes I don't come in the videos, because I really be feeling it. I really be feeling it, and it's so deep that sometimes I don't even have the strength to come up, you know. I really don't. But it's okay to not feel okay, and that's why I'm learning right now. It's okay to show up when you don't feel okay, because I don't feel okay, you know. But I'm all right, you know, and it's all right, man. You know, and you're not alone. I'm not alone. I gotta remember that. Like it says somewhere, 1st or 2nd Peter somewhere, that I got my book or my scriptures. Oh no, I left it over there. It says something about remember, brothers and sisters. Remember. Or know that, I see an eagle out there. Beautiful. I can't believe it. It's so big. Remember that all the Lord's followers, you're not the only one. All the Lord's followers, something like that. I'm paraphrasing, okay? I'm still learning. All the Lord's followers are suffering just as you are. You know what I'm saying? All over the world. All over the world, the Lord's followers are suffering just as you are. Something like that. You probably know more than me there. You know, and it's all right, because you're not the only one. You're not the only one going through it, you know. And we here. I'm here. I'm still here. And you still here, just even watching me or listening to this. If you are, if there's anybody even out there listening to this. You know, and just feel like I understand, and there's somebody out there that really do understand, you know, and could talk better than I can, but, you know, this is me. So, you know, it's just crazy, man, you know, and what you're going through, your feelings, your pain, your struggle, you know, the chaos, you know, I've been going through it too. And you're not the only one, and it's not a joke. This ain't easy. This walk really is not easy, you know, especially for beginners like me. I'm a beginner. This ain't easy. I had to relearn everything, you know, and a lot of things that I thought I knew, it was all misunderstanding or it was confusing. I didn't understand it at the time, but when I actually started working on a relationship with God and really for real, reading the whole Bible and content and the whole chapter, not just pick and choose, I learned a whole lot. You know, and I had to relearn, man, and that this ain't no joke, man, this ain't no joke, and this walk ain't easy. It's not, you know, you will fall a few times, because I fell a few times, I really did, couple of times, I even fell a couple of weeks ago, you know, and because being, my flesh, like the anger, let it take over me instead of praying to God first, you know. So, you know, I fell a couple of times, you know, a lot. And I can't even count them at all. But God pulled me up, man. God pulled me through. He really did. So, and I'm grateful for that. I am. This is my last cup. I only got a little bit left, you know. And really, God, He pulled me up. He really did. And I'm grateful, man. I really am. This ain't no joke at all. It's not easy. This walk is really not easy, and when you fall a couple of times and stuff, God will pull you up. He will help you get through it. Just like it says, I think it's in Proverbs 24:16. It says the righteous falls 7 times and rise, and the wicked stumbles to destruction. So we get back up. We get back up as long as we don't stay down too long. We know we got to get right back up, and it's all good because, like, we could fall. That means a bundle of times. And as long as God will help us get right back up, don't give up. So yeah, I got distracted a couple of times, and I made some mistakes along the way, and I did. I can't deny it, but God convicted me. When I did something wrong, He would let me know. Trust me, He will let you know. You say something wrong, or you post something wrong, or you done something wrong, He will convict you to get you right back on track. And He did. He did, and I got back up. I got back up with God's help, because if it wasn't for God, I couldn't. There was no way. I wanted to give up a lot of times, couple of times, not even too long ago, like a couple of weeks ago again, and I wanted to give up. I even told God, like, there's no way I can do this. There's no way I can do this. I mean, why you want me, man? I can't do this. I keep messing up. Again. I just keep on. I keep thinking I'm getting it right. I'm doing something right, and I just keep messing up again. God, why me? And why you want me? And I can't give up. I can't, man. I can't give up, man. I even was like, please, God, take this away. Do this, do that. I mean, if this wasn't like this, I could do better. And then I remember what Paul, right? What Jesus said to Paul in 2 Corinthians, I wrote it here too, chapter 12:9, says, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. So at first I couldn't understand that before, but sometimes when I feel that kind of way, I got to go back to that, and to understand that, the storm, the pain, the chaos, the witchcraft, the attacks, my own personal struggle, mentally, physically, emotionally, when I go through all that, I got to remember, that's what's teaching me. That's what God's doing, letting it happen to give me strength, teaching me, giving me lesson, molding me, making me, and I got to remember that, but then, I got to the point, like what Paul say in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 10, where he says, I got it here in the book, so hold up. He says, because I write it down, and I should know this by heart because I keep reading. I don't get it. Sometimes I be knowing about how other times when I talk to people and stuff, but then it's like I get foggy. But lucky I wrote it down here. This is what he say, for when I am weak, then I am strong. Yo, that's deep. That's deep. And that's real, like you actually become strong from all the attacks and the witchcraft and the fighting. You actually do become strong. At the time, remember, I couldn't understand that. Like, really? How I'm gonna get strong before this stuff? How? It's too much. But yo, you really do get to that point because of God's grace, God's divine power. It's the only way. Like it say, like, for when I am weak, then I am strong. So you become stronger through the pain, the attacks, because it allows space for God's divine power to actually work in you, and it's crazy, and then it gets to the point where, like Paul state, he say, I forgot where this was at. I wrote it down. You see, I know it's the 2 Corinthians too, the same chapter. It say, therefore, I think 11 or 12. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. So you can imagine, like you gonna boast. You can imagine, like, some people will be like, he say, what? Boast all the more gladly about my weakness? Like, people ain't doing that. People in the world, out there is not boasting about their weakness. They're boasting about themselves. They're boasting about their achievement. They're boasting about who they are. Ain't nobody boasting about their weakness. And I learned that, so then I started doing the same thing. I boast about my weakness. Like, God saved me when I was feeling like this, when I felt like that. Yo, God did that. It wasn't me. God did that. I started boasting about God. And you get to that point, and it comes naturally. It's not like you trying to do that. Not me. And I started doing that too myself. Like, I would boast about the pain, and I might not have done it here, but my family members, I would boast about my pain, what I've been through, or what I done, like, or how I felt. And God, the one who saved me, God did that, and it gets real, and people would definitely look at you crazy. I'm going to tell you that. People would definitely look at you crazy, and that ain't no joke. They would look at you crazy for, like, what you're saying, but God sees, man. God really sees your strength. He sees your strength, He sees you. He knows you, what you do behind closed door, man. And he knows. And he sees all that, Especially like when you feeling weak, defeated, and you thinking you done at the moment. And then later on, God give you that strength. I don't know how, but I can't even explain that. But he give you that strength that you come back again, And God give you that power and that strength that is working in. He's really working in you, and you start feeling you start getting to a point sometimes, because we're always going through this. I'm always going through this back and forth. I get to a point sometimes that I'll be like, throw me some more, hit me. I got the power, I got the strength from God, hit me, and then sometimes there'll be days that I'll be like, God, why they keep hitting me? Please take it away, please. But then I gotta remember that Jesus say to Paul, my power is sufficient in your weakness. And then what Paul say that, for when I am weak, then I am strong. It gets deep, that's what I'm saying. This is not a joke. This is not this is not a joke, This ain't easy. This is a real deep walk when you really actually walking with Jesus Christ, Yeshua, when you really working on yourself, when you really working on your relationship with God and working on yourself too. It's not easy, man. But you can't give up. You can't give up at all. That's what I'm saying. Like, God is really good, He really good because He's patient with you. God is so patient with me. Like, He's so patient with me because you don't know what I've been through behind closed door. The pain, the struggle, and the feeling defeated, feeling like quitting and stuff. And God is really patient with me. God's really patient with us, man. He really truly loves us, and He ain't trying to let us go. He ain't trying to let us go, but the devil is always fighting, So, like, don't ever feel like you are alone. I gotta remember that too. This is for me. This is just for me too. Actually, it's for me, because not too many people watch my video, but this is for me. That I'm not alone. I'm not alone, and I ain't never going through. I'm not alone, and I'm not gonna give up. And I ain't the only one, I'm not. And as long as I don't give up, God will be there for me. God will give me strength. I had to make sure I don't quit, no matter what. Don't quit, don't give up. Like I'm telling you, don't quit, don't give up, man. Don't. Keep getting back up. You will be all right. I will be all right. I got to remember the times that He saved me, the time He gave me strength. That's what you got to do. You got to remember the time that you've been here before, and He made a way last time. He going to make a way this time, but you got to, everything happened for a reason. Everything happened for a reason, man. But also you have to, like, start letting people, family, friends, co-workers, relatives. You got to start letting them like pulling you away from God, getting in the way, because it's not going to help you. You know, if they're pulling you away from God, then you got to understand, you got to use your discernment what to let go and what not to let go. You know, if they're not helping you, they're not pulling you closer to God or pushing you closer to God, then you got to let them go, because then that's a distraction. I had to learn that, yo, I'm telling you. So like if anyone, you know, is going through it, you got to really use wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and your discernment to understand who to let go and who not to let go. And I know that, you know, so you got to make a choice. You know, you got to make a choice. You got to make a choice between God, good and evil, right and wrong, God or the devil. It's really two choices. You know, you got to choose. Like, if you're going to stay with your family, your friends, your loved ones and all that, you're going to choose them over your life, over your soul. They can't save you. You know, God's trying to save you and the devil's trying to destroy you. And some of these people that you have, they don't even know that they're being used. That's what I learned too. A lot of them don't even know that they're being used. And then there's a lot of them that do know they're being used. They want to be used. You know, so you got to really use your discernment. You know, you got to really make a choice. God or the devil, your peoples or God or your soul, your life, you know. And I had learned that, man. That's a real battle. That's a real battle that you have to use your discernment on, you know, because you're gonna lose a lot of people when you really walking in this walk for real. When you really walk in this walk for real, man, you're gonna lose a lot of people, you know. And I understand that, and I learned that a lot. I learned that, you know, I lost a lot of people, meaning like mentally. I had to leave people alone because I'm healing. I'm trying to get myself right and trying to make myself better, get myself right, get it together. So I had to leave a lot of people, and some people don't understand that. You know, it's a real battle. It's a real battle, man. This is a real spiritual war battle in this earth. It's a real spiritual war battle against your soul on both sides. So, you know, you really got to think about that. You know, you got to think, do you want to live forever after you're dead and gone? Or do you want to just live this life at the moment and then, oh well, you know, I want to live after I'm dead and gone, you know. So you got to make sure who you choose. You know, you really got to make sure to use your discernment, man. You really do, because this ain't no joke. Because nobody ain't going to save you. Nobody is going to save your soul. You know, they can't speak up for you to God. You know, they can't. So you got to choose, like, who you going to have around you. You know, you really had to. And I had to do that. And if I had to choose, the cat here, I would choose God, because I want to live, you know. I only got one life to live, you know, and I want to make the right choice, and I want to live again. I want to live in paradise forever, you know. And I've been through hell and back. I ain't been through hell and back for just to look back and go back and be with everybody because I miss them and I love them. So now I've been through all this for nothing. Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. I'm telling you, you're not the only one. You gotta make a real choice, you know. And I've been through hell and back, and it wasn't no joke, man. God opened my eyes to the truth. He opened my eyes to the truth to a lot of things, man. He helped me see a lot of things that I didn't like. It hurt me, it broke me, but he opened my eyes, and I'd rather know truth than live a lie or live around people that are just fronting and stuff, whatever, or want to use you, or even using you for your energy. Because it's not even about money. That people just want to use your energy, your time. Like, the hell what you going through? The hell how you feel? This is how I feel. This is what I'm going through. Listen to me or hear me out. You know, you got to really make a choice, man. And it ain't no joke. I keep saying that. It's not a joke, you know. This walk really ain't no joke. It ain't no joke at all. So it's like, regardless of what I've been through and people I lost, you know, friendship, co-workers, relationship, family, whatever, I love them all, but I gotta love them from a distance. And it doesn't matter for me, honestly, because I wasn't like this. I never felt like this before. I couldn't. At the time, I was like, there's no way I could leave my people. There's no way. Why? But I come to learn a lot, man. God opened my eyes to the truth, and let me tell you something. It's all worth it. It's all worth it because I got to see truth. I got to know a lot of truth, and it's all worth it. You know, I want to live, man. I want to live after I'm dead and gone. And it's real. Some people probably look at me like I'm a joke or you crazy. You doing too much. It don't gotta be all about Jesus. It don't gotta be why everything gotta be about Jesus, because Jesus done a lot for me. That's why it's a lot about Jesus. Back in the days, it was a lot about weed, wilding out, party. It was a lot about all that, and it was okay, right? Now that I want to walk with Jesus and work on my relationship and get myself right and do better in life, that's a problem. Because now I'm saying it's all about Jesus. I ain't got time for y'all. I ain't got time to be wilding out and acting like a fool. I'm 45 years old this year. What the hell? I'm going to still keep acting like a fool like I was 20-something years old? It's time to grow up. It's time to wake up, you know? And that's what I'm saying. This is all the things I have been through is all worth it. It's going to be all worth it for you if you continue on, because it's better to wake up. Time to grow up. You know what I'm saying? We only got one life to live. What are you going to do? Waste your life because you feeling sorry for them? Waste your life because you want to make them happy? Why don't they make you happy and say, you know what, I'm so happy for you, I'm proud of you. Why don't you keep doing what you're doing? Because you ain't the same no more. You ain't doing what you used to do, wilding out, acting like a fool. Nobody likes that, right? So it's all worth it for me. I don't care what anybody's saying. It ain't easy, you know? And now it's funny because all of a sudden now I got a lot of people hating on me. Family members hating on me, gossiping, talking about me, mocking me, lying about me, you know, hating on me and telling all kinds of lies and even fronting like, oh, I miss the old ways of you. I miss how you used to be. Oh, I miss the old days. Really? Because I don't miss those days. You know, I even got somebody that told my husband, right? I don't want this to be long, but told my husband, right? I'm gonna put it like that. I'm gonna keep it real. My brother-in-law, right, told my husband, like, I wish that lady. He talks to me like that. That lady, I wish she was dead. She's faking it. She ain't really following Jesus. You know she ain't following Jesus. And my husband was like, well, damn, she ain't the same how she used to be. I could tell you that one. She ain't wilding out how she was. I could say that one. That's not fake. But he loved his brother. In time, God gonna take care of that. You know. He would say, I wish she was dead. I can't wait till she die. She gonna die soon. You know, people wishing you dead all of a sudden. But when you was wilding out, acting like a fool and acting stupid, everything was all good. Even though really it wasn't all good because they were talking crap about you then. And hating, wishing the worst for you. And then when you finally actually changed and doing your thing for God, yourself, to get it together, it's really now the real hate coming out. The real lies are coming out. You know, people want to bring up your past all of a sudden coming out. You know? And it's crazy, but that's what it is when you walk with Jesus. Like Jesus Christ say, just remember that the world hated me, the world's going to hate you because you with me. Because you are not part of this world. You know? So it's all good and dandy. You know? And honestly, it's worth it because now I get to see people's true colors. I get to see the truth. My eyes are open to the truth. I want to do better for my sons, my daughters-in-law, for my husband, for myself, for God, for my grandkids. You know, I want to do better. I don't want to keep living this way, this life that I was living, you know. And that's okay. I'll be all right if I got to lose everybody along the way, you know. But it was all worth it. And that's okay. That's okay. You know. I'm telling you, that's really okay. You know. But that's another story there I could talk to you about some other time. You know. But I trust God, you know, and I believe in God. I have faith in God. Yes, I struggle with the faith and trusting in Him sometimes, but that's why God's still working in me. That's why I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit. You know, trust me, I'm telling you, I've been through a lot. You know, you're not the only one. And you're going to see, even my mama tried to play me. At the time, my pops, right, he was like, you stupid. Oh, you really think that these people are really throwing witchcraft on you? You really thinking that they thinking about you? Yeah, because that's what it is. God showed me. You know, now He's understanding too. So I could get him that part, you know. That's a good thing. My mom, it's a different story. A little funny here and there, but it's okay. That's another story, you know. So I got to trust God. I've been through hell and back. You know, everybody look at me like I'm stupid, I'm dumb, mocking me, laughing at me and everything, saying all kinds of things, witchcraft attacks and everything. And it's okay because I didn't know about none of this until it started happening to me. As soon as I started walking with Jesus, I started the same day. I remember that day. I told God on Sunday, God, I thought I chose him already. I chose him on 2023, but I wasn't doing it like I am now, like in truth, you know, really working on that relationship. But when I told him, Jesus, please help me with this. I promise you, I will walk with you and I will work, just keep on walking with you. I will never let go. I will never stop. I'm going to work on my relationship with you. I'm going to work on my life. I'm going to do better if you will help me with certain thing, right? And guess what? He did. He helped me on that Sunday night. Friday night, that was the first demon attack I ever had. My first nightmare. Like, yo, I'm telling you, that's how it goes. So you're not the only one. You're not the only one. So I'm gonna keep it short. It's almost an hour. I always talk too much and I do too much. I don't know how to keep it short and talk, you know, to the point. I go all over the place. But like, God bless everyone. I pray that y'all will continue on with Jesus. Don't let nobody distract you. Don't let nobody stop you. Keep doing what you got to do. Keep working on yourself. Keep working on your relationship with God. Read your Bible. Keep praying to God. Keep talking to him, like just having a conversation. Do that, because that's what I do. Tell him how you feel. Confess your sins. Tell him exactly how you feel, what you thinking, bad, good, or the ugly. Just keep it real, yo. And try to fast too. You know, try to fast. And stay strong. Stay focused. Don't give up. Don't quit for nobody. And don't let nobody distract you. Not even your kids. Not even your mama. Your sister, your brother, your lover, your family, your co-worker. You know, because I'm sitting on the box. You know, because I got a chair, but I'm sitting on the box. So the laptop, because I got the laptop on the windowsill. You know, and keep going, you know, and understand that you're going to be all right. You will be all right. God bless all of y'all, you know. God is good, you know. He got us. He got you. He got me. We will be all right. As the sun is coming out now, because it's getting lighter, it's getting brighter. The sun is coming out, but God bless everyone. Stay strong. Keep going. Don't let nobody, friends, family, nobody distract you. You can do this. We can do this. I can do this. We be all right. We going to do this. We going to endure to the end. All the pain, the struggle. We going to do this. So I'm going to check on my chicken in the oven. Make some tea. Take me a hot bath today. My house is clean. You know, so I'm gonna tell you all, it's all worth it, man. At the end, it's gonna be all worth it. All that pain, struggle, chaos, everything's gonna be all worth it, because even when you fall, you will rise. You will rise. Like Jesus said, my power is sufficient on you when you are weak. You know, and you gotta remember that. So it's worth it. It's worth it, man. It's your life. It's time. It's for you, you know, your soul. You know, I'm telling you, it's time. You only got one life to live. We ain't getting any younger. That's all I'm saying. That's how I feel about me. I ain't getting any younger. You know, so I'm going to be 45 this year. I only got one life to live. I almost died in 2021 with carbon monoxide. Almost died a couple of years before. Somebody pulled a gun on my face. I've been through hell and back. You know, I've been assaulted. And I've been through a lot. I'm telling you, you know, attack, everything, you know. So we only got one life to live. We only got one life to live, and this is it. Don't let nobody stop you for nobody. Don't let nobody distract you. Only one life to live. So live it and be free. That's all I got to say. So with that note, God bless everyone. Y'all stay strong. Keep moving and keep enduring to the end. Alright, so God bless y'all. It's 8:15, almost an hour again. I don't know how to keep it short. But we'll be alright. We'll be alright. You ain't the only one. You ain't crazy. And you ain't mentally ill. You're not. What you see, what you feel, what you going through is real. Only because you're walking with Jesus now. So now it's getting real, baby. With that note, God bless y'all all. Please stay strong. Endure to that last breath on this earth. Bye.